Do you never drink?
Beer.
I should have got some beer. We can't discuss business here.
Why?
I'm not on home ground. In the office.
You're just after your fee.
Why not? You're not without means.
I want you to sell the house and everything in it. But I don't want you to sell this cottage.
I see.
I have to have somewhere to live during the holidays.
You can't live alone. You're underage.
But we don't know each other. I can't just move in with you.
It's what your parents wanted.
They didn't ask me.
They scarcely asked me. We never thought this would happen, obviously. How old are you?
18. Next May.
Only 6 months, and you'll be free to go where you please.
We might not get on.
I don't suppose for 1 minute we shall. I don't like children. My house is large. With any luck, we'll hardly meet. There's a will. It's all straightforward. You're the sole beneficiary. These things are easier in the office. It's less personal. Typewriter clattering next door and traffic in the street. In the office. Besides, I've got to get back tomorrow. We start early. 50 miles is a long journey for an old man. The bed will be damp. It'll no doubt kill me off. I'm sorry, I expected you to cry, and I have to comfort you. That's the trouble with public schools. They make a chap so... I shall go to bed. I'll take this up with me for warmth. We want to leave at 7. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand, this, etc. Do you want to read it? It's perfectly straightforward, as I told you.
That's it, then?
Not quite. As the principal executor, I have other duties to perform. They're laid out in this letter. I'm requested to inform you of something that I frankly thought you knew years ago, that you should have been told years ago. Alan and Marion Stallion were your adopted parents, Billy. You came to them when you were a year old, I believe. Obviously, this makes no difference whatsoever to anything that has happened. I was always under the impression that they'd told you. That is considered the best course in these matters. In this letter, they inform me otherwise. They ask me to tell you, and then to hand you this. I'm sure they did what they did for the best.
Read it to me, Mr. Whitaker.
Nobody. It's a personal letter to you from your mother, from your adopted mother.
You read it to me.
That is not what she intended.
Read it, please.
It's dated the 8th of May, 1970.
My birthday?
Same date as the letter to me. You want me to read it? My darling Billy, today is your 7th birthday, and since you went to bed, your father and I have been talking so much about you. Of our hopes for you, our plans. One day we will tell you about how we came to get you, but not yet. Is it selfish not to want to lose you? This is a personal letter. You're old enough to read it yourself. I'm also instructed to give you this leather case. I have no idea what it contains. It's been in my custody since the will and the letters were lodged 10 years ago.
Thank you.
If you wish to open it in private, there's the key.
Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Whitaker. It can't have been easy for you.
Oh, public school manners again. I'm sorry, Billy. It came as a complete surprise to me. I'd always assumed they'd told you. Alan was a most meticulous man.
I'm sure you must have things to do.
Don't worry about that.
I might go out for a little. I think I'll just be on my own, you know.
Yes, of course. Not too long.
For a while.
Miss Price has prepared a bed for you. You'll know which bell to use for the house.
House?
Next door.
Oh, your house. Yes.
I hope you'll think of it as your home as well, Billy. At least until...
Thank you.
The letter.
I'd like to read it later, Mr. Whitaker.
I usually have a light lunch at 1. Just something light. Pricey, can you come, please?
It's Rita in typing, Mr. Whitaker. You've pressed the wrong switch.
This confounded machine. Tell Miss Price I want her.
I'm here. You've had the machine long enough to know how to work it by now.
How did you know I wanted to?
Heard you through the door.
Why do we need a machine?
How did it go?
Didn't you hear that through the door?
Certainly not. You were in conference.
I don't know how it went. The young are a different breed. Confounded, I could do with a whiskey.
Well, you're not getting one. Here's the Johnston land file that Mr. Bilton wanted you to see.
You tidied up a room for him, have you, in the house?
Yes.
Oh, what's the matter?
If you're going to take children into lodging, I suggest you get a housekeeper to do the dirty work.
My dear Price, if I got a housekeeper, you'd have her out by the end of the week. Can't I have a whiskey? Just a little one.
You have a whiskey at 12:30.
I hope he's all right.
Well, they're very tough, the young. They can take all manner of blows. Poor Mr. Stanyon. I'm going to miss him.